Hello and welcome to another AIC Productions video. Today I'm just going to do a quick overview / review of a Lenovo 100S 11-inch. This is actually not my laptop. It is my wife's laptop. I picked it up for her a few weeks ago. She had a Nextbook 10 that I got her a couple years ago at Walmart, and it has died. It's just having a lot of really weird issues, like the clock won't keep time and the battery's dying on it, things like that. So I want to get her something inexpensive. My wife is a stay-at-home mom. She's a nursing mom, and so she mainly uses her laptop when she's nursing the baby or trying to fold laundry. So it needs to be something that's small and light that can be easily carried around with her, but also very inexpensive because it will get dropped, it will fall, and there's a high likelihood that it will get broken. And I'll have to replace it in a year or so. She's gone through a number of laptops in the last few years, and I did buy her two more expensive laptops that lasted her like 6 months. Her Nextbook lasted her almost 2 years, so I'm hoping to get, and the Nextbook was about $180, and this one I paid $150 for. I'm hoping if I get a year or two out of it, I'll be perfectly happy, because I bought her, a $400 or $500 laptop, and that lasted maybe 6 months before it was broken. So to get to the laptop, and that's really what the purpose of a system like this is a very inexpensive system. It's used for very basic use. I like to call them like a one-hit wonder, because you're really only going to do one or two things on this laptop. You're going to be surfing the internet, or checking your email, or updating a Word doc or something like that. You're not going to be encoding video and surfing the internet and streaming video online. It's really just a basic tool to use. Now, one reason why I did buy this is the color. It's a nice bright red, which is very fun. It definitely stands out. And when she brings it over to family events, if she needs a computer there, it gets a lot of looks and a lot of mentions because of the color. It's just fun. It's a very nice paint job on it. Feels like it'll last, but it is a paint job. As you can see in this one corner where she's already dropped it, it did scratch through a little bit. It's not too bad of a fingerprint magnet, so it stays looking nice easily. The keyboard on it, in typical Lenovo fashion, is a pretty decent keyboard to type on. It does have a little bit of flex to it when typing. The trackpad on it is not multi-touch capable. At least it doesn't function with multi-touch on the laptop. I haven't found anything specific in the details of the touch of it. And the screen is matte, which is nice. You don't get the glare. But it's not that high a quality. This laptop actually has exactly the same specs as my Asus laptop, which cost me $250, or almost $250 as far as the processor goes. It has the same Intel Atom, has the same 2 gigs of memory and the same 32 gigs of storage. Big difference between the two, besides the fingerprint magnet that the Asus is the screen of the Asus, while a gloss screen, is a much higher quality screen overall. They are exactly the same resolution, but I think the Asus is a higher quality screen. You get brighter colors. They're both at 100%. I think actually the Asus is not at 100% resolution, or excuse me, brightness. Let's see. Yeah. So now they're both at 100% brightness. So the Asus gets brighter. It's also a lot more clear and crisp than the Lenovo, but the Lenovo not being matte means you don't get the reflections that you get on the Asus. Now the Asus, as I've mentioned in other videos, has an excellent trackpad, actually one of the best I've had on a laptop in a long time. So that definitely is a difference. But is it worth the $100 difference between the two laptops to get a multi-point trackpad? Battery life on this, as I have said, is really good. It lasts many hours. But one big thing difference as well is it looks like she has this broken up here too. There we go. Fixing it as we go. The speakers here on the bottom They are downward firing speakers, just like they are on my Asus. Little slot there for the speakers. However, the speakers on this laptop are actually very good for an inexpensive, cheap laptop. They're very loud and very clear at a loud volume. So if you're using this for multimedia, say you want to stream YouTube videos or anything like that, you'll have a much better experience with that with this than you would with my Asus, simply for the fact that it has a much clearer, crisper audio than the Asus does. So if you're looking for a very inexpensive laptop, this is definitely a good option. As I've mentioned in my other videos with the Asus, this does have exactly the same hardware. So if you play Minecraft, Minecraft would be very playable on this. If you're playing older or independent games through Steam, this actually would play them reasonably well. I played Half-Life 2 as well as Portal 2 on my Asus, and it was playable. You know, I did have to turn the settings down a bit, but frame rates were perfectly acceptable. And then battery life was just absolutely stellar. So if you're looking for something small that you're only going to do one task at a time, you're not going to be having 20 different Internet Explorer tabs open, or I shouldn't say Explorer tabs, Chrome tabs or Edge tabs open. Definitely a good option. One thing I'd like to do for her is actually get a skin for this, so that maybe will hold up a little bit better to the bumps and bonks that it gets. Again, if you have any questions on this particular laptop, again, this is a Lenovo IdeaPad 100S 11-inch. Feel free to ask in the comments section down below, and happy to answer any questions. I'll go ahead and put a link to this on Amazon in the description. And thank you for watching.